Good morning. I'm glad to have you here with me. Welcome to our first ever Literacy Online. This week, we will be practicing just like you would in your regular classroom. As you may recall, generally we start on Monday with a 1-minute cold read. So we will follow the same protocol that you would in your classroom. Obviously, I won't be timing you. You will need to do that on your own. So as a refresher, what you want to do is you want to set your timer for 1 minute, and then you will want to read the passage for 1 minute, time yourself, try to keep track of some of the words that you stumbled over. If you have an adult who can help you and can listen to you read, I advise that you do that. It's important for other people to listen to us read so that we can get feedback on words that we may have stumbled upon. I call them stumble words, but it's also good because adults or having another person listen to you read, they can also identify maybe some words that didn't stick out to you that you stumbled on. And in discussing the passage with another person, it also helps you to retain and remember what the passage is about. So if you have that option, I encourage you to do that. Okay, so at this point, I want you to go ahead and set a timer for 1 minute, and I want you to read the passage. Remember, this doesn't include reading the title of the passage. It just means reading from the beginning until your timer goes off. Then you will bracket with a pen or a pencil or a red pen the last word that you read or the word that you left off on when the timer went off. Okay, I want you to do that now. I will give just a few seconds for you to do that. Obviously, you can pause this and push play as soon as you are done reading the passage. Okay, so with that, here is your signal to begin reading and setting your timer. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Okay, now that you have unpaused it so that you can begin the lesson for this week. This week, the title is How to Succeed in Online Classes. I'm going to go ahead and, again, a standard procedure, because this is the Monday portion of the lesson, I will go ahead and read the passage to you. Your job right now is to follow along. You're going to put your finger under the first word and you're going to read along with me, listening to me as I articulate and read the passage to you. And if you identify any words that you missed while you were reading, now is the time to listen to me pronounce those words in the appropriate manner and make those mental notes of how to say the word so that you don't repeat the mistake again. Okay, here we go. Like many students, you are probably in the position of being unable to return to campus or have limited class time on campus because of the COVID-19 pandemic that has made physical distancing or social distancing the new normal. This isn't the first time a pandemic has forced distance learning upon unprepared students. In 1665, the Great Plague of London forced Sir Isaac Newton and his classmates out of Trinity College for a year. Still, Newton used his time at home to develop his early work on calculus, using prisms to develop his theories on optics, and making his famous gravity observations. Although you may not be in the midst of revolutionizing math and science, you can take control of your learning and keep up with your classes. First, Be disciplined. To concentrate on schoolwork, set aside a workspace and create a study schedule, just as you would if you were on campus. Another way to stay disciplined is to put your phone out of easy reach so that you're not tempted to check text messages or Instagram every 5 seconds. You can do that when it's time for a break, just as you would when leaving a class. Next, be flexible. Sometimes you'll need to adjust at a moment's notice, like when you lose your internet connection. Even if you get stuck not being able to be online, you still need to get work done. So have a plan. Download course materials so that you can access them offline and have phone numbers ready that you can call for help with assignments. Third, manage your time wisely. Logging into classes every day will allow you to confirm important deadlines for assignments, quizzes, and exams, as some dates and deadlines could change. You may now have more control of your time, so think about when you work and learn best and try to capitalize on that, says Dr. Carroll. Some people work best in the morning, while others hit their stride at night. Regardless, keep yourself accountable of start times so you can create some momentum and then keep it going. Last, reach out. Online, you need to make a conscious effort to stay connected. Just because you're forced to be isolated doesn't mean you're alone. Close and regular contact with teachers, classmates, friends, and family will help you stay motivated and engaged. Okay, so now that you have heard the passage read to you, maybe some of the difficult words that you read could be some of the words that are highlighted as the suggested vocab this week. Tuesday is our vocab day, but it is important to read the word and hear the word the way it's meant to be read so that you don't repeat the same mistake tomorrow when you read with your partner. The suggested vocab for this week is pandemic, disciplined, capitalize, and isolated. You will see these highlighted in black on your passage. The passage for you is included in the Canvas. It will be on the pages section of your Literacy Canvas classroom. So you will click on that passage and be able to read the passage from there. You don't need a paper copy for that. But you will notice that the vocab is highlighted for you. That means this is the emphasis. These are the words that we want you to focus on this week. So again, I created this for you on a whiteboard so that you could see, and we can very quickly go through the syllables and breaking down these words into small words to help you identify them and read them more easily. So pandemic. Notice that we see that the small word pan, a small word dem, and the small word ick. And we can say pandemic. Disciplined is a hard one for everyone, right? This one has a C in it. And that really throws people off because they think, oh, I need to pronounce the C. But not in this instance. In the word disciplined, we see disciplined, disciplined. Okay, so always remember that that C follows the S when you are spelling. Sometimes these words are on your zip quiz at the end of the week, and it's really a matter of spelling that I'm looking for. So remember that you can say it inappropriately, which is disciplined, so that it helps you to remember that C in there. But really, we don't say the C, it's silent, it's disciplined. Capitalized, capitalized, okay? Next, isolated, okay? It's important, it's not always important that you remember how to break words down in syllables, but it is important to understand that in order to We call it decoding in the educator's world, but decoding, when you're trying to decode something, it means that you're trying to find out the hidden meaning, or you're trying to figure out how to pronounce the word in this case. So when we decode or we break words down into syllables, we do it so that the word will get stuck in your brain the appropriate way. Okay, that wraps up our lesson for Monday for literacy. Tomorrow we will include Tuesday, it's a choral read. If you don't have anyone to read with tomorrow, that's okay. Read it out loud. I suggest to students to plug one ear, because when you plug an ear, you can hear yourself read. And that's actually good instant feedback on how reading is going for you. So be thinking about that tomorrow. Thank you for being with me today, and we will be back tomorrow with the next lesson. Thank you.